Welcome to Brain Vision.
All right, I'm going to redraw this structure, the sawhorse projection real quick. And we've got a wedge to chlorine up here, and a dashed bromine here. A wedge, that's a much nicer wedge, to chlorine here, and a dashed bromine here. And we are looking, let's call this carbon 2, carbon 3. We're looking down the carbon 2-3 bond. And we need to indicate the correct placement of the substituents on the following projection, right? So I'm going to draw that projection off to the side. I recall that this first little triangle is going to correspond to this carbon, right? So down, this is a methyl group, and I'm just going to label this as a methyl group as well, right? So down, straight down, if we're looking from that point of view, should be a methyl group. Then this chlorine would be up and to the right, and the bromine would be up and to the left. Then we draw a circle, and this will represent the back carbon. Okay, and we've got a line that's straight up, down to the left, and down to the right. And so this, we're now looking at this carbon, which I've highlighted in green. So to me, it looks like the methyl should be straight up. And that makes sense because it's anti to this methyl, right? They're polar opposites. Okay. So the methyl's straight up. This chlorine is going out and to the right. And the bromine is in the left, right? And that makes sense because if this chlorine's on the same side, pointing towards us as that chlorine, then they should be on the same side in our Newman projection. Same for the bromines. So this is the correct Newman projection. Now we just have to make sense of this crazy numbering scheme that they have. They call, okay, I think I see what they're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So 1 is methyl, or CH3. That's equivalent to CH3. If you're curious, if you're not familiar with that. 2 is chlorine. 3 is also chlorine, 4 is methyl, 5 is bromine, and 6 is also bromine. Looks like you had the right answer. I think it was just poorly programmed, right? Because it said your chlorines are correct and your bromines are correct, and all you can do is switch your CH3s, right? That's, you had CH3 as 1 and CH3 as 4. That's the right answer. Maybe just try switching them, and it was poorly programmed, and it's recognizing them differently. But it looks like you did things. Oh, right, because it doesn't want CH3. It wants it to say methyl, not CH3. So you need to write ME in the box, not CH3. But you had the right idea.